Hello, hobbyist, and welcome back to yet another Star Wars X-Wing battle report. This time in the expanded format, with the First Order being led by Paige, and I am, of course, leading the Empire. So folks, as I said, we today are not playing standard, we are in expanded. This gives you a whole bunch of the older ships from 1.0. This also gives you a whole bunch of the other tactic cards that we can't get from standard. And you will check it out, because I'm actually running a couple of ships that you cannot run in the standard play. I think all Paige's ships are run in standard, but I think she does have one card that you cannot, and I think a couple cards that cannot be run in standard. But again, the easiest way to do that is how I build our list and print them out is YASB, yet another squad builder. And you can click on standard or expanded and kind of see what the cards are and the ships are and all that. All the pilots. So let's check out Paige's First Order list out first here. So for Paige, we have Quick Draw in the TIE SF. This is the one that either can fire from the front or the back. It's the arc indicator or fire from its front. Anyways, it's running with Marksmanship, Shield Upgrade, and Predator. I'll show you the dark sides for Kylo. We got Midnight in the TIE Fighter, the traditional TIE Fighter with Marksmanship, targeting Synthesizer and Predator. A lot of Predator over here. We got Wrath in the TIE Advanced Whisper. So in essence, last time I played the First Order, I had Kylo in this fighter. Anyway, it's coming with Marksmanship. Auto Blasters is an expanded card. It is not in standard. The Enhanced Jamming Suite, we will actually make sure to utilize this card correctly. Last time I played it incorrectly. Predator and Targeting Synchronizer. And then finally, Kylo Ren has decided to go back to his traditional fighter of the Silencer with, of course, Sense, Advanced Optics, Homing, Missiles, Marksmanship, Ion Torpedoes, and he has replaced the original Auto Thrusters with Sensitive Controls. So since in the system phase, he can do a red or a red boost or red barrel roll action instead of after he completes an action per the traditional. And of course he does have, I'll show you the dark side ability, of course, there as well. So that is Paige. Paige doesn't have a deficit. Like last game, she actually spent 20 full points here for her forces. And now let's check out the Empire. For the Empire today, I am running the Phantom, a expanded only ship here. This being Whisper with Marksmanship, Targeting Computer, and Tiber Saxon. Traditionally, when 2.0 before 2.5 came out, you could actually run this Whisper. You'd run Whisper and then throw the points into Fifth Brother. But now you can't do that. Fifth Brother costs 12 upgrade points. Unfortunately, Whisper can only get up to 8 upgrade points. So it's a little sad you can't do the traditional method of Fifth Brother on Whisper. Then we got the Lambda Shuttle here with Lieutenant Sai with Fire Control. Gar Saxon ST321 title on it. Sign and Read, and a targeting computer. Most of the Empire ships don't come with any form of targeting computer, so you have to buy them. It sucks. I'm not sure why. But anyways, we've got Gideon Hask in a TIE Interceptor with Marg Sable Closer, targeting computer, and concussion missiles. And then, of course, we have Lieutenant Lawyer, Liaur, with Daredevil and targeting computer. And then finally, we got Wampa over here with Ion Limit Overdrive and Precision Ion Engine, which I can actually physically use. Last time Major Vorg had this from the First Order, he couldn't even use it because he doesn't even have a K-turn that is in any form a 3 or less. The TIE Fighters do. But he did not. So anyways, just to show you, this is a 1, a 4, a 3, and a 5. Pages over there are, I believe, those 2 5s, 2 6s. Paige outspeeds the entirety of my army easily. So in essence, what I'm doing for is because of the Lambda Shuttles, Gar Saxon basically only triggers on guys that are initiative 1 through 4, and I have to pay for initiative 1 through 4, and these are already 5 cost each to run. So it doesn't give you much points to play around with gives you 10 points, and you can't really buy good pilots under like 4 for, good cost. Most of them are up like 5 to 4 points. So anyways, enough talk about that. We got our scenarios. Scenario 1, which is of course assault the satellite, chance engagement for 2, we got the salvage mission, and we got scrambled at transmissions. And of course 5 is our custom. Dice, go. It is for today. We are scrambling some transmissions. Anyways, we're going to have 3 satellites. In essence, how this works is that at the start of the game, we would earn mission points per the deficit. Starting in the second round, start the end phase, each player earns 1 mission point for each satellite they control. The player whose marker is on the satellite, the objective. When ship is destroyed or removed from the game, so we only get we don't get half points here, we get full points for full destruction. Same physical conditions that every mission has. Scenario feature, we have the satellite. So anyways, we have the action of scramble. Now this is an action. Scenario actions are white actions that are available to every ship in play. During the scenario play, a ship can perform the scenario action only during its perform action step. Therefore, a ship cannot perform an scenario action if it's granted an action in any other time. So you can't perform this action if you are granted any other action at any point at the time. So anyway, scramble. When a ship performs a scramble action, choose a satellite range 0 to 1 and place one of your player marker on the chosen satellite. If the chosen satellite has another marker on it, remove it before placing your own. If there's no satellite in range, the action fails. So in essence, that's what we're doing. We're trying to grab satellites and blow each other off the board. Alright, so anyway, when Paige and I return, we will have the board all set up for you all and be ready to move into round number 1. We'll see you then. Well, folks, here we are completely set up. We got Lieutenant Sai. I've opened up the wings because it's time to deploy. We got Lieutenant Loyar. I'm probably pronouncing that forever. So this is Lieutenant L and Lieutenant Sai. We got Gideon and we got Wampa. Wampa's leaving the charge there with his initiative speed of 1. And then Whisper flew over there. We have Quick Draw there.
Quick Draw Midnight.
Quick Draw Midnight, Wrath, and Kylo in corner. So that is it for deployment. Again, we are scrambling the satellites. We got 1 satellite, 1 satellite, 1 satellite. There again, there's only 3. Paige and I do get the action to decide to scramble it. So we get put a little marker on it. That's our satellite. We get a point at the end of the second battle round. So second battle round on, we get a point. So that is deployment. So in essence, it is time to begin, folks. I have here my phone. 75 minutes have begun. Let us begin. When Paige and I return, we have moved everyone for round number 1. We will see you then. Welcome, folks, to the end of round number 1, or the end of movement around number 1, and the end of round number 1, because we're not going to be shooting. Whisper flew up 3, evaded, and then at the end of my turn, she's going to spend that evade to cloak per her ship ability. They both flew up 2, flew up 3, focused, and Gideon took the satellite. I don't score until the end of next turn. And flew up 3 and focused. Nothing else. 2-2, focus. 2-2, focus. For all of Paige's army. So I have a satellite right now, but in essence, Paige can win by just annihilating my board. I don't have shields except for the silencer and for the Phantom, the Phantom and the Lambda shuttle. Everything else is like just mincemeat out here. These pilots better be good because the First Order advanced the Empire's tech on fighters a little better than the Empire could on theirs. So anyways, nothing else to really do here, so Paige and I will clean up the board and move into round number 2. So we'll see you in post-movement for round number 2. Welcome everyone to post-movement for round number 2. We got Whisper going too hard, focusing for and staying cloaked. We got the Conga, the men guys right there. Wampa leading the charge, going 3. Then the 2 for Lieutenant L and 2 for Gideon Hask, both focusing, both boosting forward. Wampa originally evaded. I do have an evade action on a TIE fighter. The Lambda class moved up a 1 soft turn and then coordinated with Wampa. Wampa chose to gain a focus token, and then I gained a focus token off of my pilot skill. So that's very nice there. I couldn't trigger the title on my fighter because I didn't have anyone close enough when I triggered my coordinate action. Anyways, we got a 3, a 2, focus and focus. We got a 3, and the 1, focus and focus. So now it is time to go lasers. Anyways, the 6s get to shoot first here. We will determine their targets that they wish to shoot at. Alright, so quick draw is going to shoot first. Bullseye into Wampa, so marksmanship does get the trigger here. Range
as well as Predator.
As well as Predator, so Paige gets to shoot 2 die from the front main gun.
Reroll.
She gets a reroll, and she gets to turn a hit into a crit, and I am at range 3, so I get 3 defense die plus 1 more for the range 3 bonus, so we got 2 on 4. We do have the ability to reroll 1. So far we have an eyeball in there. We're going to re-roll to see what we get for the second. We do have a hit, and I suppose we're just going to do just a hit for that. Or are we going to spin the eyeball? Because so far the only one
marksmanship, I can change it to the crit.
Yes, so the hit goes to crit. What do you want to do with the eyeball? Do you want to spend your focus token in the back there on the eyeball to make it 2 hits, a hit crit? Or do you just want to go for the crit? And see if I at least fail any form of evasion.
I'll go ahead and spend it, and we'll do a hit crit.
So it's going to be hit crit, just to show you all there. Again, it was an eyeball, and then a reroll with a Predator turned that into a hit, and when 1 hit got turned to a crit. I evaded 1. I will be taking the crit there, because, actually... No, I will take the crit. I'm going to keep my evasion for Midnight, because Midnight's at a closer range to me. Crit for Wampa. Damage power regulator. Before you activate, I gain an ion token. Congratulations. Great. Of course, he activates this turn and will be ionized. Alright. Well, that's 1 haul down on Wampa. Now we have Midnight. Midnight does have range 2 to Wampa, but she also has range 3 to everything else. Well, I suppose she's going to just shoot Wampa. Just knock out the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, we go and try to knock out the TIE Fighter here.
Alright, so this is just going to be 2 or 3 shots?
It's 2.
2 shots, okay.
And...
You don't have Bullseye on him. He is out of your... Oh, well, we can check. Alright, Midnight at Wampa. Here we go. That is... you're going to spin the eyeball here to make that another hit crit. Midnight does have it. That would kill me if this all goes through. I still have the evade token though that can turn a blank into an evade.
You know what?
For defense.
We gonna risk it today, folks.
We're gonna risk it today. Nope, that doesn't matter. Okay, that will not matter. Mon rolled out, so that will natty that away. Good job, Wampa. You survived. Alright, to the 5s. I won initiative. My 5 can't do anything, period. Now we have these 5s that we will determine where they're going. Wrath has decided to shoot Bullseye at Wampa here. Is obstructed, so I will claim 1 more dice here as well. For the gas cloud there from the Bullseye, close point does obstruct it. So here we go for 3 shots with Bullseye. Marksmanship and Predator triggered here. You get to reroll 1 with Predator. Alright. Well, I just need 1 of these dice to do it for me.
Marksmanship will make that a crit.
But I did get the 1 evade in there. That's all I needed, folks. Alright, well, Kylo now, he has range 2 to Lieutenant Sai or range 3 non-obstructed to Wampa. He could go range 3 at Lieutenant L, but that would be obstructed. And Lieutenant Sai only gets a single defense die and has very little.
We going after Sai, because I gotta try and knock some shields off of that ship.
Yep. Alright, here we go for my 1 defense die and 3 shots off a silencer. No bullseyeing effects here, but you do have... You only have marks.
Yeah, I have nothing that I can use. Cause
you have advanced optics, right, on him? Or is that on...
Yeah, I can spend 1 focus token to change a blank result to a hit.
Alright, well... We will see what comes out as we see 3 shots. That is a hit.
Oh, do I want to do it?
Yes, because the Lambda Shuttle does have the ability to hit Kylo back. But again, I didn't put in the threat of being, I will show you the power of the dark side. Which unfortunately will not be good for me.
Yeah. 2 hits.
2 hits, alright, well. 1 evade. I'm not going to spend my focus there. I'm just going to take a shield there. Alright, well, that is all of Paige's guns. I will now shoot all of my guns. We will start off with 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐃. We got 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐃 shooting midnight, range 3, 3 to 4. Well, I mean, you're not doing anything else, Gideon. So that's going to be 2 hits there. I'm going to spin my eyeball. That is 2 hits on midnight. I can't roll an extra one. You're not damaged. Midnight evades that.
That is a natural evade there.
Alright, next up, we have all the 2 3s here. Of course, Lieutenant L and the Lambda. The Lambda, I believe if I remember right, is range 2 to Kylo. You know, I don't fear the dark side. I know Darth Vader. So I'm going to fire 3 shots at you. I have nothing else to really do with the Lambda. 3 shots. The Lambda will score a crit and 2 hits there. Man, look at Lieutenant Sai pull that trigger. He knows how to whale bullets. But again, that's 3 defense die off of Kylo here, and of course he's got a force, and of course there is a good chance that because I have to hit right for his. I'll show you the dark side, right?
It just says after I defend.
Okay, so in essence, I will be probably getting that effect. So here we go for defense, and then of course we'll have I'll show you the dark side. Well, hey, look, he's still got that eyeball there. How good for him. He doesn't lose anything. Paige, are you going to show me the dark side?
I am showing you the dark side.
All right, well, how this works is Paige is going to assign me, I'll show you the power of the dark side. She's going to take a pilot skill action from this deck, and she's going to basically attach it to the card, and whenever I take a crit, instead of just taking it at the top of whatever card, I take the critical. I will take that crit. So listen, that's what Gideon has been shown, the power of dark side. Now, Paige can't use it again because I'm now assigned the condition. Until that condition is met off of Lieutenant Sai, I cannot be met again. So in essence, Kylo's done it once because again, the card states that you can only have 1 face-up card on it at a time. So until Lieutenant Sai eats that critical, I can't do anything. So Paige right now is deciding on the pilot critical that Lieutenant Sai may have to take at some point. Or I mean the first critical he takes, he will, on his haul, he will be taking. Folks, I have been given a wounded pilot. I will keep that. Paige is going to stick that on her condition card over there to basically, in essence, and I will give my deck another shuffle. But anyways, there's my wounded pilot. As soon as I hit 1 critical damage on my main haul, I will be wounded now. Alright, so that was fun. To Lieutenant L now. Alright, Lieutenant L shooting midnight, range 3. Here we go. Lieutenant L, do better. 2 crits is real nice in there, Lieutenant, but that's 4 defensive die for Paige. Be really good if this went through. Unfortunately, it does not. The 2 natties in there stop that altogether. Wampa Man. He's gonna shoot range 2 at midnight. He does take his ion token because he's now engaged. He's got that disable power regulator. He's gonna shoot his 2-hole gunfire, but then he's gonna trigger his ability. Allow me to roll 1 additional die. Alright, Wampa's gonna shoot 3. Again, it's normally 2 for a TIE fighter. Plus 1 for Wampa's ability, so 3 shots. Wampa's gonna spend his eyeball there. It's useless to him now. Wampa's gonna finally find the hit. That is 2 hits on midnight, 3 defensive die. Can I plink something off midnight with all the amount of guns I shot at it?
You do.
Oh, good. I get to plink a shield and a haul. Yay! Alright, well, that's the end of round number 2 there. That was a fun round indeed. But I am, unfortunately, a little in a painful position right now. So we will just have to see what happens as Paige and I clean up the board and move into round number 3. So we'll see you all in post-movement for round number 3. Folks, End of movement for round number 3. We got quite an interesting thing. I got another 2-hour turn, and I still stayed cloaking. I got the focus. I have 1 straight because I was ionized. Then I focused. I went 3 straight. Was able to slim by Wampa, so I didn't bump. Evaded to protect myself. Now it's not going to matter. 3 straight bump. 2 straight bump. Went through a gas cloud. Did not ionize. Right soft 2. Or no, left soft 2. Focused thanks to coordination of the Lieutenant Sai, but ionized himself going through that gas cloud. Wrath, unfortunately, had to get stuck in a gas cloud and ionized himself in a gas cloud, so he's possibly not going to get off that gas cloud, but he is considered obstructed for our game. Check a judge whenever you go to official tournaments if that's obstructed or not. We're going to call as long as you're touching the obstacle, you're obstructed. Kylo went 2 soft, bumped into, of course, Lieutenant Sai, who went 1 soft. So we have bumping everywhere. No one's really going to get a lot of non-modified dice here. But here we go. Let's shoot it up. Okay, Paige did win initiative, but doesn't really matter. The 6s get to shoot first here. Now, we can shoot range 0 to here, or Paige can shoot range 1 at Wampa. That has no problems with the range restrictions or anything like that, or the fact that modify dice, because she is not shooting at the bumped up target, or the range 0 target. And that would be in the, I believe, the bullseye location as well.
We shooting at Wampa.
Alright, range 1 at Wampa. Wampa only has 2 health left on him. We got 3 shots.
3 shots coming in.
From the front arc, not the arc indicator that these carry, but the arc, the main gun itself. Alright, here we go. She's got Predator and Marksmanship here. So here we go. Bang, bang. I have no way to modify these dice on myself. Well, you can re-roll 1. Here we go. An eyeball. Alright, well, you have a crit in there. Yeah, she has marksmanship. Alright, we got 1 crit in there. Again, the hit turns into the crit. I'm looking to evade. Woo! I got it. The 1 in there. Alright, Midnight. Midnight could shoot range 1 at Lieutenant L, or she could shoot her 2 shots at,
We go in range 1.
Let me check it. Yeah, just barely gets there. Slims the back of mine. I will get 3 defense die here. Lieutenant L is going to take some damage. Now, again, no marksmanship, no bullseyeing ability. So nothing of that can go off here. So
right.
Yeah, you're shooting at Lieutenant L. And you wouldn't get it for modification off of Wampa. 3 shots on 3 evade. Let's do it. Oh, that's a hit, and a crit. Hold on, Lieutenant L.
You gonna spend it? Are you gonna spend it?
Crap. That is hard, folks, because I have because there's an undestructed shot. Because we're gonna consider if he's on it, it's obstructed for being shot at. Shooting out of, we're not gonna consider obstructed. Again, if you can at least draw your straight line. That means that Wrath gets to shoot at me, and Wrath does get to reroll once I become. No, that's when he's in shooting from his bullseye. Yeah, I can't risk it right now. Wrath's gonna shoot me up and chew Lieutenant L up a little bit, so I'm gonna burn my focus token there to evade that all. All right, well, we have range 1 with Wrath. So Wrath's gonna shoot from his bullseye. Then his ability will go off because Paige has a non-lock red or orange token on her. That is a red token there with that ion token. So that means then her arc indicator is going to get to shoot at Wampa. So here we go. 4 shots in bullseye. Ooh, at Lieutenant L. Hold on, Lieutenant L. Don't get immediately blown up. Well, unfortunately, that's a hit. But I mean, that could still do something to Lieutenant L. Lieutenant L will dodge. By the way, I did forget, at the end of round 2, I did get a point for scoring that. Okay, just to point that out right now in midst of the middle of the battle. All right. Well, Wrath shooting, I believe, is also going to be range 1. We've measured up. It is range 1 to Wampa, but it is obstructed, so 4 defense die for me for the obstruction extra. So this could be a simple fact. Here we go. 3 shots. Wampa 2 hits. Woo! Good evade, Wampa. Good evade. Hold, Wampa. Hold. All right. Well, now we have 𝐒𝐍𝐿 shooting range 1 at the dead guy right there. That's all he gets. So 3 shots on 𝐒𝐍. 𝐒𝐍 cannot, because 𝐒𝐍 only gets his 1 little defense die. 𝐒𝐍𝐿 cannot modify these dice in any way. So 3 rounds at me, and he's already triggered to show me the dark side. I'll show you the dark side. He's already shown me how evil he is. All right. 3 shots. Let's go. 𝐒𝐍𝐿 will score 3 hits. All right, Lieutenant. Score at least an evade. All right, well, 2 more shields off Lieutenant, but he is bleeding shields. All right, let's go with my guys. I'm going to shoot range 1 at 𝐒𝐿 Ren. All right, so Gar Saxon's going to support Lieutenant L, shooting 4 shots at 𝐒𝐿. Lieutenant Gar Saxon's ability activates there because I have a target lock on 𝐒𝐿 and I am range 1 to 3 of Lieutenant L, so I have 3 shots in there, 3 defensive die. Again, Paige can modify these with the force. So let's do it. Let's see what if 𝐒𝐿 can dodge this attack. Yeah. There's $3.99. Well, 𝐒𝐿 gets to use the force and dodge 1. So he'll take a shield off of that. All right. Let's Wampa shooting range 1 to that person there. I'm going to trigger to quick draw. I'm going to shoot quick draw. Range 1. So let's do this. Wampa's going to spend his charge because my charge gets come back every turn. So I'd get 3 plus 1 more for my extra attack die for Wampa. Woo! Yeah, look at that TIE Fighter go! 2 crits and a hit against 2 defense die. The SFs are a little slower than the FOs. Whoa, just take a shield there. Woo, 4 shield on that thing. So, woo, man, that meant nothing. 𝐒�𝐃, shoot 3 shots at the quick draw. Go bang. Can't modify that, so that is a crit. Can't modify that, so that's another shield gone. But I mean, nothing really else there to do. Well, folks, that's it. My guy has no shots over here, and like I said, Whisper doesn't either. So that is the end of round number 3. I will go up 1 more point here to go to 2. And then when Paige and I return, we'll be in round number 4 and post-movement. Possibly the last round. Well, folks, here we are after the end of round 4's movement. This is the last round of the game here. 75 minutes have passed. Again, if you guys think this is a little slow, let us know and I can bump it up maybe another 15 minutes. Do 90 minutes. Let me know. Down in the comments. 75 minutes is still fun because we don't get a lot of rounds in, but I mean, for Paige and I, it's quick and easy. All right, so what do we got here? Well, I decloaked and boosted 2 straight. Oh no, I barrel rolled 2 and then boosted and then went up 3. Focused. For 3K turn, but then triggered my precision ion engines to then do the Sigmar loops off that way. So I decided to go off that way. And then with my Ion Limit Overdrive, then I barrel rolled, because I'm allowed to do that while even stressed. I rolled a blank so I don't have any bad things. 𝐒𝐿 went a 4K turn. We got a 3 Sigmars loop, a 4K turn. The one that turned you 90 degrees. Flew through the gas cloud there. Let me know, if you actually fly off an obstacle, do you get your action? I would think no, because it's still the obstacle effect. You just don't take the obstacle effect again. 1 straight for Lieutenant L, but he bumped. And then I did a 2 soft turn with Lieutenant Cy. Cy did coordinate with Lieutenant L to get the focus tokens between each other. All right, well, Paige can tie this game up. She just needs to knock out a fighter. Paige does have 6s, and then I won initiative with a 5. Too bad, Whisper's out of range. So all Paige's stuff, besides, of course, Wrath, because his arc indicator's in the front, get to shoot. So let's start off with the 2 6s. We got Midnight shooting a Wampa. Here we go for the end of Wampa. I have 4 defensive die range, 3 Wampa will actually lose his charge. So last turn when I actually shot Quick Draw, I actually shouldn't have had my charge because I did defend there. I'm not reading my own effects. Make sure, folks, when you ever go in tournaments, read your effects. Read your effects.
Try to take our one, but not gonna happen.
2 shots.
Sure, with 2 shots.
I don't know. I've seen me roll horrible. I don't have any defensive here. That is a hit. No, I will evade that. Woohoo! The other 6 here. Quick draw, shooting up over at Gideon Hask. Here we go, 2 shots. Gideon has 3 defense die. It did not intercept through that obstacle. 2 shots. A hit. Gideon Hask knows how to fly his fighter. All right, well, we do have range 1 with Kylo at the good old Lieutenant L. Right there, folks. So this is 4 against 3. No bullseyes there. But the Force is strong with Kylo, or the dark side of the Force. So here we go. No, she doesn't have the focus token, so she can't use Advanced Optics here. But anyways, we got 4 against 3. Let's see. Lieutenant L, hold on. Well, you could burn both your Force. Because if I do not natty this, you will knock him out immediately. Or I don't hit eyeballs.
And I don't have anything shooting at me that I...
No, but I think Sai is way too out. Here we go. I mean, you still have like 2 shields in your full haul. You're pretty much fine. Alright, what Paige needs to see is I need to get all blanks here. All blanks, folks. I have to hit all blanks. Now, it is very possible. I have done it before. I cannot see an eyeball. And she cannot see me see in the base. So let's make this suspenseful. Ooh, that's a blank. 1 down, 1 down. Got a blank. Oh, there's a blank. A blank. Here we go. Ooh, hold on there, Lieutenant L. That doesn't count, folks. They go into the little area. These ones have already been rolled. That's a blank. Lieutenant L exploded in space. Kaboom, Lieutenant L. All right, well, Paige does automatically get 3 points there at the end of the turn. That will tie us up. That will tie us up here. All righty then. So now with that fun done, let's shoot my stuff.
I still have another 5. Oh, it doesn't have any targets.
No targets there for good old Wrath. Let's shoot those over there. Revenge time for Lieutenant L. Wampa shooting range 2 at Wrath. Right at 2 shots. Good job there, Wampa. 1 hit. Well done. Well done for nothing. Not that it matters. I haven't even torn a shield off of Wrath yet. All right. So finally, Gideon Hask. Gideon Hask shooting range 3 at Wrath. Gideon has none of his effects. Let's do this. 3 bullets. A single pain point. Nothing there, folks. Ooh. At the end of the turn, I claim a point for holding that objective. And Paige claims 3 points for murdering poor Lieutenant L. Yes, so that ties us up, folks. We will be going into round number 5, the tiebreaker round. We'll see you in post movement for round number 5. Welcome, everyone, to post-movement for round number 5. This is it, folks. If we tie after the end of this round, We'll go to round number 6 for that tiebreaker again. But this may be it. TIE fighters may be exploding everywhere. Shrapnel and all that. Anyways, let's talk about 5K turn. Too soft. Banked. Stressed herself to take the focus token. Bumping Wampa. Wampa flew through that debris crowd. Decided to roll himself a crit. He has a damage sensor array. He can only focus. He can only modify things with focus. No, he can only perform the focus action. Only focus action. 2 straight up. 4 straight. Flew through 2 gas clouds. There. And then, well, did not get ionizing either of them, which is nice. Midnight also target locked Lieutenant Sai. Lieutenant Sai did a 2 hard, stressed himself. I did 2 straight and did target locked Midnight. Quick draw and then flew 3 through a 3 bank. All right, well that is it. Let's start up the shooting with the 6s. We got Midnight and we got Quick Draw. Who's going to shoot first? Quick Draw at possibly, Quick Draw can shoot past at Commander Gideon, or she can shoot her 2 shots at the 1 health remaining Wampa, and Midnight does have the ability to shoot Gideon Hask, or she could just rip apart the Lieutenant.
Well, I gotta try to take out Wampa.
Alright, here we go. 2 shots on a 3 defense die. No modifications here, folks. No modifications. 2 rolls. Nothing. Wampa walks. Wampa did not defend, so he still doesn't lose his charge. Midnight does have range 2 to Lieutenant Sai. Does have bullseye. Does have marksmanship. So, and of course, like I said, there's a 5 here that can shoot Wampa easy. So we're gonna shoot 2 shots at old Lieutenant Sai. Now, Midnight's ability is why she's target locking something. I cannot modify my dice. I have 1 die anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can't modify it anyways, because I'm also stressed. Yay. Alright, well, shoot away, Midnight. Lasers go zoom zoom. Die with a reroll and a change a hit to a crit.
2 die or 9.
With the ability to give me that wounded pilot. Well, you do have the ability to reroll the eyeball, or you actually have Predator, and you have the ability to reroll off of the target lock. But without the target lock, though, I do get to modify my dice if I had the ability to, which can't happen here. Or you can leave it to 1, see if I chance it, and in essence, Kylo fires 4 rounds into his hull.
Well, we are going to do that.
Got a hit.
We'll reroll with Predator.
Reroll with the Pred.
And we'll make it 2 crits.
2 crits. All right. Well, the Lieutenant's definitely taking that wounded pilot. Oh, get in the box. Yeah, he got an eyeball. He's going to take his last shield, and Paige, hand me that wounded pilot. He is now bleeding. So sad. You perform an action. He's not going to perform any more actions this turn. All right, well, let's move into the 5s. Paige did win initiative. Her 5s get to shoot here first. We got Wrath going bang, bang, bang on Wampa. Wrath firing in his arc at Wampa. Here we go for Wampa killing. I have my 3 defense die. 2 shots from Wrath. From his arc. No way to modify. That is 2 hits though. Alright. Go Wampa go! Go Wampa go! Ooh, Wampa! No, Wampa dead. He blew up. That's another 3 points for Paige there. Kaboom! So, Paige is now up to 6. Poor Wampa. Alright, to my 5.
I still have Kylo.
Oh, yes. 4 rounds of death coming in at the Lieutenant's. He has 5 hull left. Alright, here we go. 5 rounds of death. Paige does have a force back as well. Oh, and you have, he's got marksmanship, right? Does have marksmanship, so he can turn this into another crit and possibly nuke off my captain. Here we go for 4 shots. Dang, that's Kylo. Do better, son. No wonder.
30 minutes like that.
All right, one hit. Here we go. Nah, Gideon will take it. He'll eat himself another hull damage. Yay. All right, let's shoot my 5. Kylo's the good target. Paige is going to be up at 4 defense die. It's obstructed. Again, if the ship is sitting on the debris cloud, it's obstructed. If the straight line would draw through it for shooting, it'd be obstructed. All right, but anyways, it's range 2 here. I have 3 rounds. This is the first shots Whisper has fired all game. Congratulations for her. I would just use Gideon 𝐒𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐋𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐋𝐿's ability there to turn that into a hit. Okay, congratulations.
I mean, she had the focus token anyway.
Yeah, but I won't. I don't know. Roll away, Paige. Just show me the one, Natty. Show me the one defense. Oh, there's an eyeballs in there. There's all eyeballs! Unfortunately, that is another shield off Kylo, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, to my 4 now. That being Gideon. Gideon has his target. This little fighter right there. I'm going to fire. Gideon's going to fire a concussion missile. This does have the ability to harm Midnight and force her to...
It's only a range 2, right?
Yeah, range 2.
Okay.
Anyways, it's an ordnance, so even if it's at range 3, you don't get the range 3 bonus. So ordnance, gunfire. Take the target lock and re-roll these 2. So I got a hit so far in there. 3 hits. I mean, quick draw doesn't really matter. I couldn't even tear through all her shields. But I'm going to see what that damage carried is. All right, roll the 2.
Focus token.
All right, you take a damage. The attack did hit. What is Midnight's damage card? It's a blind pilot. All right. She's now blinded by a concussion missile. That just leaves Lieutenant Sai. Let's go, Lieutenant. Do something. Lieutenant Sai sees Midnight for the win, and that's what I'm going to shoot. If I kill off Midnight here, I will go to 6 points. Paige will be at 6 points. I will then score 1 for holding the satellite, and I will win. If this fails, Paige gets the win at 6-4 for blowing 2 guys out of the water. Here we go, Lieutenant. Don't fail me now. Lieutenant, you failed me. Decommission. You're losing your ranks, soldier, and Lord Vader's he's gonna be killing you off there for failure. All right, well, that's it, folks. All right, well, at the end of the phase, I'll go up to 4 points for the holding a satellite. Paige will be at 6 because Lieutenant L here is 3 points, and Wampa is 3 points as well, and they're both dead. So that is it. The Lieutenant had to basically win it for me. For my own sanity, Paige, roll 3 dice. Would I have, if I had hit any hits, what would we have rolled? In essence, nothing. Then again, I had to have gotten 2 hits in there to win it. But, yeah. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this first battle report of the expanded format. Do not worry, the next one will be expanded. Remember, it is 5 standard, 2 expanded. If you guys want more expanded, let me know down in the comments. We will pump up the expanded amount, but right now it's going to be 2 expanded to 5 standard games. So basically, in essence, the standard loadout, standard method for ships, the standard thing, and then we'll be back and expanded again. So if you get tired of standard, don't worry, there's still lots of fun to do in standard. Lots of shipbuilding, lots of gimmicky stuff. Heck, maybe we'll just decide to bring competitive lists, and fly them horribly instead of being the players who, build them and flown them probably much better than we could. But anyways, let me know down in the comments your thoughts about the expanded stuff. What are your thoughts on all the expanded fighters? Because I think the only really factions that have expanded fighters, the First Order has their big shuttle, and that's it. The Resistance has their giant bomber. That's it. The Empire has a whole bunch more fighters. The Rebellion has a whole bunch more fighters. And the Scum have a whole bunch more fighters. That is pretty much it. The Separatists, I think, do not have at all any form of a, neither does the Republic have any. But again, Expanded would just give them more cards to utilize for their guys. But the majority of more ships in the game that are expanded are under the Empire and under the Rebellion. That's who's got the most amount of ships. Scum has a good chunk too. So anyways, with that, I'm going to say, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time for the next Star Wars X-Wing Battle Report.